In this video, I have another update on managed payments. Yesterday, I was on the call with the eBay seller update, and I also, prior to that, spoke to an agent at eBay. So without any further ado, let's go. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is John from Flippin Ain't Easy, and for those of you who don't know me or have never seen my videos before, I am a full-time reseller primarily on eBay, but I do also resell on other platforms, and the purpose of this channel is to help other eBay and other resellers for that matter succeed and maybe learn through my mistakes or any updates that I provide, like in this particular video. And so if you've never seen my video before, welcome aboard, and I hope you do consider subscribing to the channel. Now, speaking of that, please consider hitting that like button for me. I'd appreciate it. And you know, about 70% of the people who actually watch this video are not even subscribed to the channel. So if you would consider subscribing to this channel, you could find that this information is somewhat interesting or useful to you. It would be definitely helpful to my channel, and certainly the goal is to help you if I can. And if you are subscribed, please consider hitting that notification bell so you're notified the next time I make a video. So with managed payments, I got to tell you guys that there's some good news coming down the horizon here. From a phone call that I made a couple days ago and on this seller check-in call that happened yesterday, I can tell you that if you sell coins or bullion on eBay, or maybe you've been told that you can't sell it anymore because of the problem with all these prohibited items on eBay with managed payments, I can tell you that according to the rep I spoke to a couple days ago in managed payments, starting the 1st of March, you're going to be able to sell coins and bullion on eBay with managed payments, and they're going to start trying to get people who sell in those categories signed up as quickly as possible, probably within the next month. If you haven't been notified yet, you should be notified very soon. And I believe also, and I don't know exactly where to go, but I believe there is a place where you can go to express your interest to register for managed payments. And maybe that'll speed up or expedite the process. I know that many of you out there still, no matter what, do not want to go over to managed payments, but unfortunately, you don't have a choice. Once they contact you to tell you to switch over, that's it. And it's, you know, again, it's one of those things where eBay's making the rules and we choose to play it or not. And that's going to be the time when you choose to either continue playing or give the information that I know a lot of you don't want to give, that's your social and your bank account information. And that's a tough call, and I respect it either way. In this meeting now, they discussed that they had a little thing about the whole coins and bullion sellers being able to immediately start using managed payments. So that's a little different verbiage than what the agent told me, but it's good news for you if you are maybe rejected from selling on eBay because of this whole situation with the whole coins and bullion, and now you're going to be able to do that. They've worked it out with some of the payment processors. That's the whole hang-up. I believe it was Apple Pay, which is one of the payment processors that eBay, or payments that eBay has does take with managed payments. And that was the big hang up. I believe they negotiated something to allow payments to be made for these items through eBay. So good news for you. Hopefully you've stuck it out. I believe eBay has allowed you to continue accepting PayPal payments for those things, so that you didn't leave the platform. But just know, here within the next few weeks or maybe a month, you're going to be notified by eBay if you sell in that category of coins and bullion that you will be asked to switch over. And it's not an ask, it's here it is, this is the date you need to switch by, and that's the time you'll have to make that decision. You'll no longer be able to take PayPal as payment. Another thing I found out, and I don't remember his name, but I did pose a question to the eBay higher ups on this call, and I asked, okay, when are you going to require the buyers to pay for best offer items that they elect to buy? And they told me that it's something they're working on. They've had a lot of requests for this, and they're expecting to have this done by the end of the year. I don't know. You know, timetables with eBay don't always fall through. It may be mid 2022, but he told me they're working on it. It's something that they hear us talking about, and it's important that they fix. Also, as far as timetables, going back to managed payments, they did mention that end of 2021 is the deadline for everyone to be switched over. So, again, if you don't sell in those prohibited items, and maybe you're just kind of biding your time, still taking PayPal, waiting for that dreaded email stating that, hey, you have to change, and then you're going to quit. Well, at least know that your estimated timetable is sometime this year, and their goal is now the end of 2021, when everyone selling on eBay will be over onto managed payments. So that's just something to keep in mind. If you're making a business plan on maybe looking into other platforms, if you're not going to stick around and continue selling on eBay. So I called in 2 days ago, and I had an issue with a feature. Maybe some of you have heard of it before, but it intrigued me. I remember vaguely a couple years ago hearing about it. I didn't find it useful at the time, but I have a number of items in my store that are slower moving items that I have like $2 into, and they're priced at like $20 to $40, $50. And I haven't really taken the time to go back and do the research on those items to bring the prices down. And this feature that I'm talking to you about is called easy pricing. And it's the concept where you can turn it on. I believe you can only turn it on if you're building a listing through the app, and that's the eBay app. And the easy pricing, after 10 days, it brings down your item's price by 5%, and it kind of continues to do that until you reach a certain threshold that you set in the listing. So, like if I have a bunch of items that I'm selling, and I want to bring it down by 5%. Hopefully they'll sell, but if they don't sell, they'll sell at a certain point until it reaches a certain number. Let's say set $10 for that number, and it'll continue to go down until it hits that threshold. And that's kind of what I want to do with some of these items that are slower moving items that have been sitting in my store for months. But I noticed in one of my accounts, it had that option, or has that option, for easy pricing in the eBay app. But on my main account, it doesn't have that option. So I reached out to eBay, and as luck would have it, the first rep that I spoke to, somewhere in the Philippines, I suppose, told me that because my account was so old that I wasn't able to utilize or have access to that feature, and it's only available to newer accounts. Now that didn't make sense to me. And I said, wait, you're telling me that eBay is giving some sellers access to a feature but not others based on how long their accounts have been active? And he went on to tell me that it's because we've had plenty of time to establish our account, and this is meant to help newer sellers sort of catch up. And I told him, I said, well, wait. I said, that makes absolutely no sense. He tried telling me that because I'm an older seller, that I have top rated seller, and that's something that's been given to me. And I told him, I said, no, you cannot just be given top rated seller. That's something you earn based on your account's performance. So I told him, I said, look, let me speak to somebody else. Let me speak to your supervisor, because you're just telling me that. You have no idea what you're talking about. He ended up apologizing to me, and that pretty much that he was telling me that because he wanted me to accept the initial answer he gave me, and because I wasn't accepting the initial answer, he sort of made that second part up. And that didn't set well with me. I asked to speak to a supervisor, and he tried to tell me there wasn't one. So of course, I wasn't going to waste any more time on that. I did request a call back and spoke to an agent, and she was telling me that, well, it's because you have a business account with your main account and a personal account with the secondary account. And so I said, well, what's the benefit of having a business? I'm a sole proprietor. I don't actually have a business license. I don't know how this account was set up as a business, but what's the difference between a business account on eBay and a personal account? And she said, well, really, there's not any. Now, I think in my reading while I was on hold, I think you are eligible for some type of discounts on your invoice at the end of the month, which, of course, there won't be pretty soon. And so she said, well, here's how you go to change it. So she told me where to go, and I went to go change it, and it said in big red letters when I went to my business info page on eBay, it stated that I needed to contact somebody at eBay because I was at risk for missing payments on my account or having my payments held because I need to provide valid contact information. So she transferred me to manage payments. And of course, finally I get to speak to a USA rep. And she told me that she's never seen this before. It looks like I'm sort of stuck between a business account and a personal account. And she didn't know how this wasn't flagged and how I haven't had problems with my managed payments. And she had me send screenshots because it was asking me if I was an LLC, if I had a partnership, and nothing was actually selected. So it was kind of stuck waiting for that response. So, here I am. I'm, still receiving my payments. I haven't had any problems, but certainly I want to nip that in the bud. And so she explained to me that once I get that worked out, it'll probably be changed over to a individual account. While I had her on the phone, now this is where the other information I told you earlier in this video, where I took the time to ask her about the changes with managed payments. But I just find that it's just so amazing how much trouble we actually have to go through as eBay sellers to get information that really should be readily available to us on the website. And it's really not. You can go to eBay, help and contact, that link. But I got to tell you, you have to be a lawyer to navigate through these pages to really understand. Now, they give you a generic policy here and there, but a lot of times we have our own unique situation. That's why we reach out to a rep. And it's really disheartening when we have to go through so much trouble just to get an answer to our unique situation. And there just has to be a better way. Hopefully eBay figures that out. Now, in the call that we dealt with yesterday, they had the North American, I don't know if she's a supervisor or general manager, over the contact centers, and that's fine. I mean, she's doing a good job because the North American reps are good on the phone. Unfortunately, they didn't have the person that oversees the international overseas reps, and those are the folks that are having problems, and it doesn't help any when they're misleading you and not telling you the truth and even making up information because it usually works and gets you off the phone. So if you encounter a rep that is maybe not giving the answer that makes sense, maybe it doesn't sound right, maybe it just doesn't pass the smell test, ask for a supervisor. Or at the very least, if they're coming back and telling you that one is not available, and I think that's kind of what he was doing, trying to tell me that one wasn't available, call back and get another rep. Chances are they will give you a different answer, and hopefully it's the right answer. So that's just my tip for navigating through the eBay customer service, or the lack thereof, that you do get from time to time when you talk to somebody at eBay. So guys, what do you think so far in this video? Please leave a remark down below in the comments. Share with us your thoughts on what we've discussed so far regarding the information that I've shared here in this video. And let me know, what do you think? How do you feel? Are you going to stick with the managed payments program, or like some of you have posted before, you're out of here? Personal decision, but I'd like to know. Please leave that information down below. And just a quick update on the Costco pallet. For those of you, thank you for watching that video. If you haven't, posted that video right here, so you can watch it here. And wait till the video's over, come back and select that link and take a look at that unboxing video. And I think it was a pretty entertaining unboxing. Unfortunately, didn't get the whole thing. But what I've noticed, just as an update on that, unlike a lot of, or any liquidation pallet that I've ever received before, the product was very good. I mean, I think maybe only 5 to 10% of the product had problems, didn't work. And otherwise, it was like I was dealing with new products with accessories, and a lot of times you get liquidation, customer returns liquidation, where the stuff is just thrown in the box. And we had a couple items like that. But I noticed that, like on the Sony headphones, that I don't have it here, but the Sony headphones that I was looking through, I think I received about 30 of one model and about 10 of another. And they were all like, the cables were wrapped perfectly with the same color gray twist ties that I know don't come with these Sony headphones. So it's almost like the folks there went through, made sure everything was there, and everything worked, which is not common for customer return items. And it's a bit refreshing because that's what we want as resellers. Now, there were a few items that, let's say, were missing an accessory here, an accessory there. And of course, if a customer returns an item and they forget to bring back a charger, there's nothing someone at Costco is going to be able to do about that. There was only one headset out of the entire 40 some odd headsets that had an issue. And that one sounded kind of tinny. It still worked, and I put it up on auction with that issue, but it's pretty good. And so I know that I had disappointments. I was missing items. I reached out to B-Stock and the Costco team, and they're going to give me some of it back. I think like a couple $100, which I think is fair, because if we're taking a ratio of what I paid, that's kind of what they're going to go by. They're not going to go by the value of the lot. And so, that's fair. They're going to put that through to Costco, have them sign off on it, and hopefully we hear back from them here pretty soon. I have went and bought another lot, so it's a 2-pallet lot, and a lot of the same, but there's a little bit more like sound bars, home entertainment stuff, more Bluetooth speakers, some of the larger Bluetooth speakers. And while I sort of cringe when I deal with larger items, you guys know that if you've been watching my videos, I just couldn't pass it up. I'm really enjoying the lot that I purchased from them, and I'm going to give this one another chance. So we'll have another unboxing video here pretty soon. For those of you who enjoy watching that kind of thing, just keep your eyes out for it. And so just wanted to give you an update on that. If you guys like the live videos, please leave that information down below. Let me know if that's something you want to see. I was thinking about maybe doing something here in a couple days on Saturday. I'll be there on time this time, I promise. It was totally one of those moments where I swear in my mind that I thought it was 3:30 and I set it for 3. Won't happen again. Appreciate if you guys give me another chance. But hey, if you guys don't like the live videos, that's fine. But if you do, please leave that information down below. If I get enough of you that would like to see a live video where you can come on and ask me questions, talk anything you want. It's sort of like a hangout show where we take about an hour and, just, discuss things related to eBay mostly, but whatever, it's fine. You guys want to talk about anything under the sun, we can talk about that too. But let me know down below if that's something that interests you. And if it's not something that interests you with this channel, let me know as well, because, I don't want to present something to you as the audience. This is your channel. I'm only here to provide information. If you feel that's a useful tool, then by all means, I'll make myself available to do that. So guys, I'm going to end this video, but I just want to thank you, each and every one of you, for continuing to watch my videos. The sales have been good for me this week. This is probably my best sales week I can remember over the last year. It's been pretty good. And so, well, I think last March and April were just as good. We're on par with that. So I hope things keep going. but it's because I've been listing, I've been making those sales, and I know this, and I hope you know it as well. Flippin' ain't easy, and we will see you here very soon. Hopefully we'll do a live stream on Saturday, but I'll only do that if I get enough people down below putting a comment telling me that's what you want to see and you're going to be there. So again, thank you, and we'll see you here very soon.